What's up, guys? So wanted to make a quick video on an upgrade I did to the RC-45, the Coates tire machine. So this is the duck head that was on the machine before. um, you can see here, that's the part number for the duck head. Like I said, this is the original. It comes with this steel duck head. Now this is the one I put, the one I got. And I got this one instead of leaving this one on here because I don't want to be damaging customers' rims. I don't want to scratch them up. There's times that this thing gets stuck and the rim ends up hitting this piece, and it unfortunately gets scratched up. So a way not to scratch up customers' rims, to be safe, so it won't cost you $1, is to get one of these. I got an extra one, and this is the part number for you guys, and we'll go ahead and I'll open it up and I'll show you what's in there. So if you guys can see here, it doesn't go straight down, it's tapered. It's a tapered hole, so it's a lot bigger on the top, and then it kind of reduces in size coming out here the bottom, and that's how it fits into the machine, nice and snug. Now before you guys, if you guys are going to buy this kit to upgrade it, before you guys take this thing out, if you guys are gonna want to use this part again, you want to make a line here or scratch it up around here so you could align it back to where it goes there. Let's see. So I made a mark just in case if I want to put it back together for some reason this breaks. That's why I got an extra one. But if this breaks, if the other one breaks, I at least have the steel one in handy, and I could put it right back to where it goes. Alright guys, so this, I unpackaged it, and this is the new one. Let me just show you guys here. I'm gonna go ahead and uninstall the one I have on now, and show you guys how it's set up. But I just want to show you guys this inside here, how it is tapered as well, but it also has this flat end that goes onto the machine, and it just gives you that little bit of movement that you need, because this thing needs to play freely. It needs to have free play. It can't be on there super tight, otherwise it's not going to do the job it's supposed to. It's going to get caught up, or it's going to eventually break. So just keep in mind that when we put this thing on, it's supposed to move freely. It's not supposed to stay on there tight, like let's say this one here. This one is fixed. It's not supposed to move. It does its job without any play. But this here, this one, when you mount it on there, it needs that little bit of play. Okay, and here you got your bolt that it comes with, an extra washer and another washer. I used the original bolt with my new one. I didn't really want to use this one. Okay guys, so we're over here at the tire machine. Got it wrapped up right now so it won't get dirty. But let me show you guys what's the process of removing the duck head that came along with the machine. So I already loosened these up, but it's the 10 mil. You remove these guys. Before doing that, make sure you guys mark it, just in case you guys want to put this back together. Because I tried, I took it out, all quick. I wanted to hurry up and put the nylon duck mount on it, and I didn't like the nylon duck mount at first because I didn't know how to use it. So I tried to put this one back on, and I put it on in the wrong direction, and like let's say this line was more over here. That's how I mounted it, and I was trying to put tires back together again, trying to hook everything up, and something wasn't working. So make sure you line these up. Okay guys, got these off. 14 mil bolt, the washer, the two 10 mils, 12 point, and then the duck head, the steel duck head. Now, before we go anywhere, let me show you how this is tapered. So it's got free play. You can mount this here. Show you guys on here and way here. So if you don't mark it, I mean, there's, you know, a little bit of an error that you could probably not get it on the right way. But like I said, if you put it on just a little bit off center on where it's supposed to be mounted, you can have a hard time putting your tires on and taking them off. So make sure you mark this so it goes back on the same way. So you got all this here that's rounded, and then you got this flat area here for those two 10 mil bolts. And look at the difference between the steel one doesn't have that flat spot in there, right? It's all rounded. On here, when you hook this one on here, that's how it goes in there, and you kind of push it in all the way, and this is the travel it's supposed to have. It's not supposed to be, when you put this bolt in, when I put it in right now, it's not supposed to be super tight. It's supposed to have this play here to adjust to any rim that you're doing. That way it doesn't give you any trouble. So remember, we're not tightening it up so it doesn't move. It's not going to be in a fixed position. It's going to be loose like this. Okay. Alright guys, so I tightened it up. Washer, the big washer goes up here, and it's got to stay a little loose. It's not going to be all that tight. And then I have the 14 mil bolt, and then the washer. Like I said, it's got to have some play. You know, it's not super tight. It is tight in there because of the bolt, but this is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have play in this. That way when you put the tire and wheel assembly on here, like I said, it adjusts to the rim. The rim is going to ride in here, the edge of it. Alright, so I'll show you guys how to do one real quick. Alright, let's go ahead and clamp it on. Squeeze it up. Bring this down, adjust it over here. See how it moved there? It moved into place. Okay, let's do it again. Let's move this out of place. Bring it down. See how that moves into place? It engages with the rim. The size of the rim, of how that is, it adjusts here. Then you just pick it up, and that's about it. You can give it a little bit more clearance with your knob up here to pull away from it, but I just leave it at that. Okay, let's just get our clearance for the TPMS sensor so we won't damage it. Let's get our bar in here. Same thing as the steel duck head mount. Let's lift. There it is, that's removing it. Okay, so that's removing with this nylon duck head mount, and now we're gonna mount it. Okay guys, now let's mount it. The TPMS sensor is opposite here. So let's bring this over here, bring it down again. And it's making contact with the rim, but the purpose of this thing is so it won't scratch up the rim. All right, lock it in. I'll show you guys real quick how I got it here. So that's the position I got it in. Okay. Put you guys back on here. Let's see. Maybe there. Let's go ahead and finish it off. There it is, guys. So let me try to give you guys a different view here. Valve stand. Bring this in. See how it's loose there. Push it up against the rim. Lock it in, and that should be it. Okay. We got our lube. Alright, pick this end of the tire up. Hope you guys can see how it is there. Okay, set you guys back down real quick. There she goes. So this is what it looks like without the tire blocking everything. So when we demount it, the bar goes over here, and then the bead sits on this side here. And then when we mount it, the bead sits here. Alright. Let me show you guys a little bit of, watch your fingers, of how it goes in, how it adjusts in. Okay, so that's how it adjusts in there. And then when you guys lock it in, it comes back up a little bit, but it's set. You can move the knob to give you a little bit more clearance outward to push this out this way, but it's fine like that. Okay guys, valve is on this side. Lock it in. Didn't mess up the TPMS sensor, didn't scratch up the rim, even though this one's already scratched up to you know what. But I mean, I like this, man. In the beginning I didn't, but the clearance it gives me here, assuring that I'm not going to scratch a customer's rim, is what I wanted. And it's not going to mess up the TPMS sensor as long as you go through the steps that I showed you in some other videos of when removing. TPMS sensor has to be around here. When mounting, it has to be around here, so it ends here when the tire sits. So that's just one upgrade here, that nylon duck head. You know, it assures that you won't scratch up customers' rims. It works good. And like I said, as long as you keep this duck head loose, you don't tighten this up all the way. It says 20, let me see again, to 26 foot-pounds, but I just did it with the half-inch ratchet. Tightened it up, loosened it back up to where I got this amount of play, and you know, it works perfect. Next upgrade I want to do is I want to get, there's some I guess they're probably nylon clamps also, so we won't scratch up the customer's rims when clamping from the outside. I never like clamping from the inside, just because these things do tend to mess up and scratch the rims on the inside, even though you don't see the inside. I mean, it's better safe than sorry.